The way in which to reduce cognitive load of writing is to start off by thinking about purpose. So if you want students to focus on the what they are writing about, the topic knowledge, then you give them the how, and the how might take the form of sentence starters and connecting language. If you want them to focus on the how, that is putting the writing together, then you give them the what. So you might give them the content in a completed graphic organizer. That way, cognitive load is reduced, because instead of having to think about both what they are writing about and how they are writing about that, they can focus on the how. So it depends on purpose. There is a danger when we provide scaffolding for writing that scaffolding stays in place for too long, and students become very reliant on being given either the sentence starters or the information in the graphic organizer. I guess a key thing to remember is that scaffolding stays in place until the building is built. So for some of our students, they may never get past that step of what we call joint construction. In other words, the teacher's done some of the work and the student has done some of the work. To get this right is difficult, and many teachers in schools use the gradual release of responsibility model. And this is where over time we reduce the input of teachers, requiring students to be more and more independent as they write. One thing I've observed, though, is that we over-scaffold in the junior years and then start to panic a bit when students get to senior, because over-scaffolding can lead to work that is very similar, which is not a good thing in the senior years. So we pull the rug out rather too quickly. The key word in gradual release of responsibility is gradual, and over time we must reduce and remove little bits of the scaffolding so that students can get to the independent phase of writing. With technology and with typing most of what we communicate now through writing, our fingers often go ahead of ourselves. So you see with many developing writers, sentences go on forever, they don't make sense, and that's often because they haven't rehearsed the sentence in their head before they have committed it to paper or screen. So oral rehearsal of sentences is something that I strongly recommend. And secondly, any activities, and there are many in the Hooking Students into Learning, which require students to manipulate language. So something as simple as answering a question by making the question part of the answer is an excellent way to encourage writers.